This is West African Voice Network.
Hello and many thanks for joining us on Newswave on West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. Let's begin the bulletin in the Sahel as Niger condemns sudden migrant expulsion by Algeria and Libya. The Nigerian authorities have strongly condemned the abrupt and uncoordinated deportations of migrants from Algeria and Libya, describing the actions as a breach of international cooperation and human rights obligations. During a meeting with a delegation from the International Organization of Migration, Interim Minister General Mohamed Tumba expressed dismay over the repatriation of migrants from Algiers and Tripoli without prior consultation. He labeled the action as regrettable and unacceptable, stressing that such practices undermine mutual cooperation and violate established international treaties. The meeting aimed at strengthening collaboration between Niger and the IOM also focused on Niger's recently approved national migration policy. Officials emphasized the importance of raising awareness about the policy and aligning all migration-related initiatives. Still on migration matters, Nigeria deports 62 illegal migrants to Mali amid rising regional instability. Nigeria has deported 62 undocumented Malian nationals, highlighting growing concerns over irregular migration across the sub-region. According to the Nigerian Immigration Service, the group, comprising 51 men and 11 women, was detained for illegal entry and deported through formal procedures. They were escorted from the NIS headquarters in Abuja to the Iliala border post in Sokoto State by a team of officers led by Inspector Mahmoud Sadiq. The deportation comes amid growing instability in the Sahel, severe climate shocks, and porous borders that continue to drive mass displacement and migration. Flooding has displaced over 73,000 people, many of them women and children, in Mali, especially in the central Segu region, where urgent humanitarian needs persist. As of early 2023, Mali hosted more than 63,000 refugees and nearly 900 asylum seekers. Experts warn that without coordinated regional strategies, irregular migration will likely intensify due to worsening living conditions and fragile border controls. To security matters now, Nigeria withdraws police escorts from VIPs in major security reform. In a bold move to enhance national security, the Nigeria police has announced the withdrawal of mobile police officers assigned to VIPs across the country. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun gave the directive during a high-level meeting with his commanders.
Reflect on the invaluable contributions of the PMF, it is imperative that we re-evaluate its current role within the national security framework. Such an assessment will allow us to realign the unit's core mandate with the broader strategic goals of the Nigerian Police Force and ensure a more effective, responsive to modern security challenges. It's important that we remind ourselves of the original vision that shaped the police mobile force. The PMF was established as the strike arm of the Nigerian Police Force, an elite tactical unit created to respond rapidly and decisively to riots, emergencies, and internal crises.
And now to development in Ghana. President Mahama appoints acting Chief Justice following suspension of Justice Torkonoo. President John Dramani Mahama has appointed Justice Bafo Boni as acting Chief Justice following the suspension of Chief Justice Gertrude Torkonoo. The announcement came after the formation of a committee to investigate petitions seeking her removal over allegations of misconduct and incompetence. A statement from the presidency confirmed the move aligns with constitutional provisions and follows consultations with the Council of State. The decision was taken in accordance with Article 146, subsection 6 of the Ghanaian Constitution, which mandates the formation of an investigative committee when a prima facie case is established against a Superior Court judge. And finally, in Mali, former Assembly Speaker and football chief released after several months in detention. Mamadou Touré, president of the Malian Football Federation, Amafoot, and Issa Sidibe, former president President of the National Assembly were granted bail on Tuesday after several months in detention. The two face charges of alleged embezzlement of public funds, forgery, use of forged document, and complicity. Their conditional release follows a ruling by the investigative judge at the Bamako Economic and Financial Center. The charges date back to their respective tenures, Sidibe as head of the National Assembly and Toure as Femafut Administrative and Financial Director between 2013 and 2019. Authorities allege that nearly 17 billion CFA francs were misappropriated through irregular financial practices. And that's today's edition of Newswave on West African Voice Network. For more news from across the region and beyond, visit wavn.org. Interact with us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at WAVN News and on TikTok and YouTube at West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. Thank you for watching.